Alright, so which task would you like to start with?
I would start with finish the sentences.
Finishing the sentences. Okay, very good. You can go ahead.
My mother stepped into my room while I was reading.
Okay, good.
Have you ever traveled by plane?
Fine, thank you.
She asked me if I would go to the cinema with her.
Okay.
I'm not going out until it stopped raining.
Until?
It has stopped raining.
Okay, very good.
If I were you, I wouldn't buy that skirt.
Okay, very good, very good. Okay. Now we can go on to the topic, which is?
My topic was free time activities.
Free time activities. Okay, alright.
In these pictures, I see people doing their free time activities. In the first picture, I see a woman. She is reading. The second picture, I see somebody doing the gardening. In the third picture, I see people, maybe a friend group. They are hiking in the mountains.
Yes, that's right.
And the last picture, I see a woman who is playing the guitar.
Who's playing the guitar? Okay, alright.
In my free time, I like watching series and movies. I'm a very big cinema fan, so I go often to the cinema with my friends, especially at weekends. I like reading too, but I don't have very much time for that, so I read very rarely. Sometimes I do the gardening with my mother, especially at spring. And we have a big garden, so we have a lot of trees and flowers.
Okay.
I like to go...
Okay, don't just talk about yourself. Talk about free time activities in general, okay?
Okay. A lot of people have common free time activities. For example, reading, watching movies or series, playing a musical instrument, but there are people who have uncommon free time activities. For example, there are people who are collecting stamps maybe, and some people are collecting bugs.
Oh, yes.
It's a little bit weird, but it's okay. So, and there are people who are traveling a lot, and I like traveling too, and we travel a lot with my family.
Okay, alright.
My favorite free time activity, I go to a hip hop dance class twice a week, and we won a lot of cups, and we went to a lot of competitions.
Do you mind if I ask some questions?
Okay.
Alright. Do you think it is important to share your hobbies with your friends and family?
I think it can be very beneficial, because if you do something together, your relationships get better, and I like to hanging out with my friends after school too, and I think it's very good for your relationships.
Okay, alright. What type of hobbies can relax people, and what can make people's lives more exciting? Can you mention some examples?
Reading is very relaxed people, and maybe drawing too, and when you do coloring pages, maybe it relaxes your mind too.
Yes.
And there are extreme hobbies, for example bungee jumping, and whitewater rafting, and some extreme sports. And it can give you adrenaline, so you will be you will be in a good mood after you did these sports.
Okay. Do you think that different age groups, or different types of people, or different sexes, I mean men and women, have different hobbies?
Maybe yes. For example, little child likes to play with their friends, and maybe they do sports in the kindergarten. And adults or elderly people, maybe they do some more relaxing activities, for example, knitting.
Okay.
It can be very relaxing too, and gardening too. Elderly people do gardening. For elderly people, gardening is most common than in childs, and childs I think starts playing more musical instruments than adults.
What do you think is the most common free time activity among teenagers?
Maybe movies, I think, and watching series or doing sports. And I think dancing is a very common activity at teenagers, and maybe for boys, football.
What do you think about computer games and online or offline computer games?
I think for teenagers it's a very common free time activity nowadays, and some people maybe can be addicted to it, and it's a really bad thing, and I think they should spend more time with their families and with their friends, and they should spend more time in the nature.
Yes, okay. Is there anything you would like to add?
No, thanks.
No, thank you very much. This is the end.